Yes, yes, people. Deep breath. Deep breath. I popped the demand. You guys have asked for Callum to be back on the show. He is back, and I appreciate him first and foremost. Guys, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fantastic stuff. Kopish Boys, their link is in the description as well, and I will add Callum's channel as well.
Big
Guys,
bro.
though. You see the questions that you guys ask here. You don't need to make them so layered. That's all I'm gonna say. We'll get to that. We've got so much to talk about. We don't have a lot of time. We'll go for it. Callum, before we go, big up to you, bro. Appreciate you as always, man. How are you?
Not too bad, bro. Thanks for having me again. Appreciate you moving your schedule around as well to accommodate me. I do appreciate, because I know how difficult it is in this landscape to do all of this stuff. So I always appreciate when people are patient with me and they can accommodate me as well as me moving stuff around. So always, bro, always a pleasure doing this. Come on now, man.
Yeah, I see the people in the building already, man. I see Scottish Bay. He's already told the people, do one thing. Smash the like. Smash the like. Big up to Luke B. Big up to Jacques, Simon in the building, and grabbing baskets. wait.
He's not happy. He's not happy.
He's not happy with you before we... Oh, what did you do, bro?
I've said Wirtz's name, innit?
I thought we forgot about this, Cal. I thought we've moved on.
No, I told you the people won't forgive me until they see me in the Liverpool top. And bro, I'll be real with you. Now that Shirky's got Man City as well, that's another one to add to my list, bro.
Did you? No, but you said you wanted Shirky. We didn't mean that.
I've wanted Shirky for about 3 years at Liverpool.
Okay, and we didn't get him.
No, he's gone to a rival, hasn't he?
Okay. All right.
It's dark, bro. It's dark.
Nah, Leeds, man, bro. Listen, guys in the chat, please, man. When Callum is here, listen. You see when he's on Kopish, you do what you want to do. When he's over here, can we show him some appreciation, please? Can we be over here and be, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say sensible because it feels like I'm being patronizing. Can we just show some love? Like, let Callum know this is a safe space for him to be.
No, this feels like when Klopp spoke to the Liverpool fans and said, "Go easy on Trent." That's what this feels like.
Yeah, and then the whole stadium decided not to boo him. They started cheering him. Nah, Klopp. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know how I felt about that still. Yeah, might have been one of the comment sections just saying some stuff.
Oh yeah, I forget you're very annoyed with Trent, isn't it?
Yeah. Come on, man. I stand with my Scouts peeps, man. I stand with that side of it. I don't know if I go as far as drift, but I stand with.
Yeah, I just think things went a bit too far. I'm more good with people being upset with him, annoyed, and all that, but yeah, I just think things went a bit too far, man.
All right, let's start with this one, Callum. Let's go with Mr. Luis Diaz. I don't know if you saw his press conference. Oh, you saw the transcript. Yeah, okay, but the transcript of it in terms of him saying, yes, they are talking to other clubs.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Of course you can.
It's no shade to Dave O'Cop or anyone else who does content. I get it, innit? Like, you have to pull people in. You need a hook. You need and again, maybe I'm just being an idiot. Maybe this is why we don't have more followers on Kopish or whatever. I just wish you would have used the full quote. Because in isolation, that quote just makes it seem like Diaz is just hoeing himself out to other clubs. You know what I mean?
That's why we do our due diligence over here.
I know.
It's just quotes, blood.
I know we do, innit? But shall I tell you what it is? You see, if I'm scrolling through on Twitter and I just see that, 90% of people are just going to see that quote and just crash out on Diaz.
100%.
Look at the full quote, and now when you compare the two, it's really frustrating when I see that.
But this is the thing, though. Like, we know the game, and the game is to put something out there that people. But you know the great thing, because when you post that on Insta, you can literally not be lazy and scroll and say, right, let me click more and read what it says in it. But some people just crash out. They'll see that and crash out straight away. I'm like, yo, just go and read it. But he says, look, he's very happy at Liverpool, and I've always said it. They've treated me well since the first day. We're talking with other clubs. That is mad. And I love it that they highlighted that part as well. It's the transfer window. It's normal. We're waiting to see what happens. If Liverpool renews my contract or if I have to stay the 2 years I have left, I'll be happy. It's up to them. So basically, he just said, look, Liverpool, it's you guys. You guys, like, if you want me to leave, I'll leave. If you want me to stay, I'll stay. If you want to renew my contract, I'll renew my contract. It's in Liverpool hands, but he's happy where he is at the moment. There's no real rush for him to move. But seeing that, what was your initial thoughts?
I hope he stays. Again, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm Diaz's biggest fan or I haven't criticized him for certain things. I'd be lying if I said that. And maybe I've got a very different look to it as other people might have. I don't view Luis Diaz as a left winger anymore. I view Diaz as someone who should be playing central for Liverpool Football Club now. Whether that's as a start or rotation, his main position for me in the team should be at centre forward now. I hope that's what we do with him. Again, the odd game here or there, maybe left wing. Hopefully we sign maybe someone else who can cover that position alongside Gakpo. But for me, him playing centrally, that gives us a bit more leverage and freedom in this market because the striker market isn't great at the moment. And I think he's shown that he can be trusted to play in that position and give good productivity and help the system that Slot is playing with. I think it would be smart to keep Diaz even if we don't renew his contract this summer.
So, because someone asked me, who asked me that question today? I want to say Dr. Blick, one of the guys that jumps on the stream as well. He's got his own channel, so big up to him. And he said, would you let him go on a free? But I was so busy, I didn't get a chance to answer it. So I guess I'll ask you the same question. If you're going to keep him, there's no initial talks of renewing it. Are you cool with him like staying in and going on a free?
No, because I think we can renew him next summer.
But then we go into that stage, Cal, where we go 1 year left. Now the player can go, I can run it down, get a big deal somewhere else.
True, that's very true. Or you could literally go you could do it in the January period then. Keep him, and then renew in January or February time.
No.
Yeah, I think keeping him makes sense. I think it makes sense. We can't sell everyone.
I don't want to get he's one of my favorite players, bro. And I look at him and go,
is he?
28?
Yeah.
28, gonna be 29 next. I want to say next season. He only just turned 28 as well. A lot of people threw age on him, man. I was like, hold on. But look at him, right? He's got the right work ethic for Liverpool. Like he works hard. He does chip in with his fair few goals, here or there. He does get the assists. He does make it difficult for opposition's defense at times as well. He is a big game player to an extent. I know there's moments when he's had big misses, but he is a big game player. You do remember most of his performances when we do play against the big teams. But down that left-hand side, you can't say he doesn't do his job, help defensively and also in the attack. And sometimes he's the only outlet at times in terms of in behind. We'll give it to him, let him run, and then we'll wait for the support from the other players. So I don't want to just lose that just because the money looks good. That's I don't want to really lose that because the idea is there's other players out there that we can go and get. From a stylistic point of view, I think there's plenty of players you probably could like more than you like Luis Diaz.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I get that and I understand that. And it's always about your preference. But unless you're going to come in and do more or you're doing more and then you come in and I can see it, then what's the point? We already have what we need. Why get rid of it to then get something that the unknown, if you know what I mean?
So if it was up to you, would you play Luis Diaz left wing or centre forward?
The great thing is I'll do him left, and then I think he can then operate as a centre forward if needs be, because I'm still in the camp of getting a centre forward.
Oh no, same here. Yeah. But so the reason I asked that is because I think Nunes is gonna go, obviously. And I'm not against the idea of Jota potentially moving on. So I think you need two strikers, and I think Diaz could be one of those strikers. And I think it would help a new striker to settle in knowing we have Diaz there as well. And Diaz, in the same way Gomez can play left back, centre back, and right back, Diaz can play left wing, centre forward, and right wing. Like if in an ideal world, you want a player who can cover all the positions in each area of the pitch. So Gomez can cover each area in defence. Diaz can cover each area in attack. Midfield, you'd probably say Curtis Jones is that player at the moment for us, who can cover the 6, the 8, and the 10. So, and I think even someone like a Diaz, man, it makes sense. And that, maybe 6 months ago, if you'd asked me this question, I'd have probably had a very different answer.
But why is it though that he's never really got that love from the fan base like that? I know he does, to be fair, because his song is great, and we've seen. I'm just talking about from the small percentage I've seen that goes, "Now I want him out. He's not good enough." Like, why do you think that is? Like, what do they see and go, "Yeah, he's not it."
Final ball sometimes, or the final decision. can be frustrating. I love Diaz, but it can be frustrating. And like, it's weird because you'd almost, to have the perfect left wing, you'd almost want a hybrid of him and Cody Gakpo. But we've got both the players, if that makes sense. Like,
exactly, bro. That was my point.
Like, but as I said, though, and it's nothing to do with his age or anything. I just saw how he played last season. I saw his goal to game ratio when he played centre forward and goal to game ratio when he played left wing. I think he was so much more impactful through the middle for us last season. And I think it unleashes a different level in Gakpo as well. But also, as I said, if you can go out and get a top quality striker and then you've got Diaz as the rotation, we are laughing. And it just eases that pressure. It potentially helps Jayden Dan in his development as well, because you're not rushing him through. He can go on loan maybe for a season. He can shadow the two strikers for a season. And then if Diaz does go that summer, then you know Jayden Dan could potentially step up because we'd have seen him in and around the outfit of the club. So I think it's worth keeping him.
All right, fair enough. So that's why I said, you know what, let's have a look at then the comparisons, because obviously we do the eye test, but for the guys that tell us, now that guy's better, this is why we do this. So I have to understand what they see to what I don't see.
All right, can I guess which player? Oh, are you going to bring it up? Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, the only person I'd have put in, I wouldn't have put Liao in there. That's the only person I probably wouldn't have guessed that you'd put in there.
You know why I put him? Is just because recently we've been linked with him.
Yeah.
So I think, and I have seen a few people go, oh, nah, do you know what? Actually, a Liao, and then maybe we can, do you know what I mean?
I'm going to guess you're not a Rafael Liao guy, though.
No, do you know what? I am split between it, Cal. I'm not going to lie. I am split because I do see a player that has really good ability, but I don't know like if AC is a place for him. So in my mind, I'm looking at the raw ability going, could Arne Slot and Liverpool environment help him be better than what he currently is now? Help him stop being so inconsistent. Because when you watch him, you watch games and you're like, yo, this guy is mental. Then you watch another game and you're like, oh, okay, he's not that good.
Yeah.
But there's something there. And I feel like it's the environment. For me, I always look at a player and go, if you put someone in our environment, how would then they go and play? Do you know what I mean? So that's why I'm kind of split between whether I'd have him or not. But I think he's still a very good player. It's just he's very inconsistent. And I can see the reasons why people don't like it.
Yeah, it's fair.
So I've looked at, I've thrown a few stats in there. Big up to the chat, by the way. And thanks for Scottish Bear, man. He's handling the likes for me as well, bro. Love for the love, man. Big up to each and every one of you guys as well. If you haven't liked the video yet, please consider doing so. How many of you guys are here so we can have a ratio going? There's nearly 200 of you on YouTube, and then there's over 200 of you across the platform of X and YouTube. Should have at least 100 likes by now, I reckon. I'm saying
150.
150, 180. I don't like. We're asking for one of the elite strikers in the world now. Maybe Isak and stuff like that. I'm only going with maybe we get a Shesko, maybe just an average striker, maybe just scores a couple of goals for us. That's So if you guys can, let's try and get it above 100. 150 Cal's asked for. I'd appreciate if you guys can. But look, we're gonna compare these guys now. So I've put Lucho in there. Obviously, it's Premier League season. I've put Cody in there because we got both of them. I've had Anthony Gordon because this is a guy I've seen everyone shouted about for him. I've put Liao in there just because he's recently linked, and obviously I put Nico in there as well because he's another recently linked player as well. I want to just compare a few stats. So like their shooting accuracy. I want to look at their duels contested, assists, goals. Those are the kind of thing, cross, passing completion. These things that I know you're going to need if you're going to play for us. Yeah. And the reason why I've added the duels, because not only you're going to have to do your take-ons, and I've added that as well, in the Premier League, you're going to have to do a lot of dueling with other players because of the high intensity in the Premier League. And you're going to have to be good going forward, and you have to also be good going back as well. So I've added those to kind of see how you compare. Obviously, Liao and Nico isn't in the Premier League, so we have to take their stats with a pinch of salt. But Gordon is, Cody Gakpo is, and Diaz. So in terms of games played, Cal, all of them has played pretty much the same games, right? Apart from Diaz, he's played 36, Gakpo 35, Gordon 34. I thought he played less than that, to be fair, because he was injured for a bit.
Yeah, it feels like it. A lot of them, I'm guessing, towards the end of the season, Harvey Barnes was a starter, though, wasn't he? And
I think he was, I got the right season. That's the wrong one. Sorry, go on, bro.
No, I think you had it right.
I had it right. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So I'm kind of shocked by that as well. Minutes played. He played more than Diaz this season. I would never have thought that.
That's what I said. I thought he was injured for a bit. When did he play these minutes?
Yeah. I never thought he'd have played that amount of minutes, if I'm going to be honest.
All right, let me change it to per 90 because that's where everyone likes it at the moment, but per 90 stuff. So pretty much, if you look across it, their shooting accuracy or Liao is the highest at the moment.
Yeah, Liao.
Shots on target, Diaz 1.2 per game, 1.1. Gordon on target, less than a shot per 90 on target. I'm sure he hits the target a couple of times though.
Yeah.
Shots on target, Liao is good as well, and then Nico as well. So Nico and Gordon, but Gordon's the lowest on this ratio at the moment. Goals, it looks like Diaz again is up there per 90 with Cody. Gordon's below. Gordon's on same as Nico and the same as Liao. And then I looked at goals from inside the box.
Massive disparities there, though, to be
fair. No. But this is what I'm saying. If you're going to ask me for someone to come in, I need that someone to come in. I'm not asking for you to be better because obviously I know the environment you're in. Liverpool's a higher environment than you'd say AC currently and Bilbao currently and then Newcastle currently, even though they did beat us in the cup. But it's you know what I mean? So I'm expecting if they come to us, that would jump up as well. But it's not like there's nothing shooting off the paper for me at the moment in terms of their stats going, if you come in, you're going to be way better than these two we currently have.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I looked at goals from inside the box and also outside the box. Apart from Cody Gakpo, he's the only one that scores goals from outside the box.
I thought Liao would have been better there.
Yeah, none.
Weird.
Yeah, and then you look at right foot and left foot just to see their combinations in terms of what foot they're using. This is crazy that he's got a higher right foot, left foot finish than his right foot. Cody's right foot, he hardly used the left. I don't even know if he's ever scored on his left foot. He must have for Liverpool. He must have.
I feel like he got a tap in from a Trent cross in last season. Well, not the season, but the season just before.
Oh, come on, mate. We don't need none of this on here. All right, so right foot, left foot. I've changed it back to overall because I want to just see the numbers. So conversion rate, 26%, 21%, 15% conversion rate, 17 and 12. So Diaz has got the highest conversion rate of finishing, 15%. We complain about these kind of numbers, don't we?
Can I say something on this though? This is why I always say stats have to be contextualized and the eye test is always subjective. A lot of these goals from Diaz have come from a different position, whereas Gordon's also played right and left, whereas Diaz has only played left and central, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Apart from 1 or 2 games where he's had to go on the right hand side, but mainly center and left. Yeah.
And you'd almost say that Newcastle play a very different style to Liverpool from an attacking sense. Where Gordon's
I'm gonna I was gonna say push back, but that sounded like a pause then.
Yeah, big pause.
I'm gonna say I get that, but at the same time, even though I get your point about the position, it is still about you hitting the target.
True. Yeah, no disrespect.
And he's on 15%. He's on 15%. So if someone argues with me and go, "No, there's a reason why we need Gordon in," and I'm like, "Okay, what's the reason?" You'd be like, "Well, his numbers will be." But I'm like, "Well, he's got a conversion rate of 15%. I don't know if that's true." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's fair. That is fair.
He does have 5 assists though, and then between our two, that we've got 9, so 5 and 4. That's not bad actually from Liao. 8 assists this season from the wing. Look at a pass attempted. Diaz is well ahead, to be fair. Actually, not too far. Gordon's not too bad.
No.
Yeah. No, but Cody gets the ball and then shimmies and runs and then shoots, innit? He doesn't.
Yeah, that's low though.
Yeah. I look at pass completed out the passes. So he's on an 86% pass completion, which is the highest. Gordon isn't too far off, but yeah, Cody's there as well. Liao and then Nico as well.
Yeah.
Then I look at the crosses, right? Obviously, for our team, we don't play with we do have strikers, but we don't play with strikers.
Yeah.
So I look at the crosses attempted, 32, 74. Cody's normally the back post cross. Diaz more. He looks up, no one's in there, cuts in, runs across. and then follows the pass. But then look at that 131. You can tell who plays with the striker.
Yeah.
In the box. But then out of 131, he's only completed 31 crosses.
Yeah. Even with that, though, it just shows a difference in playing style between Diaz and Gakpo as well.
So Diaz less, he's more dribble, maybe look for the shot or maybe a simpler cutback, maybe. Or simple. He normally sets it back and you're like, bro, you could have probably went one-on-one there and shoot.
Yeah.
Where Cody is he's either shooting or whipping it to the back stick to Salah. And then but then you look at even though it's a low amount, but 34%, 14%, 23%, 30%, 23%. And then here is the one added through ball, because sometimes when we play, you know, that simple like ball down the side, we don't never do it really. When the player gives us the option and we just decide to cut in and do something crazy, he's only done 2 through balls this season.
This is why I got to stick up for Diaz and Gakpo here, though.
Right, go on.
Who's Diaz playing this through ball to?
And then the false 8s and that false 9s.
There's no one. There's no one he's playing. And same with Gakpo. Because if Diaz is playing centre forward, then obviously he's not making any through balls because he's usually going to be the one on the end of it. But if Diaz is playing centre forward and Gakpo is playing left wing, then Diaz is playing as a false 9 where he comes to the possession, so he's not going to be making those runs in behind. So again, who's Gakpo got to make a through ball to? Unless it's Robbo making the overlapping run, which again he wasn't doing last season, he was making underlapping runs and narrowing the pitch. That again, this is why obviously the stats aren't great, but you see with Newcastle, how many times have they got space in behind and Gordon can play a through pass to Isak? How often do our attackers have that space in behind where you can actually play that ball?
No, that's true. That's true. No, I'll give you that. So maybe if we do get a striker, we need to look out for those though. Like how often are we starting to cross into the box? What's the through balls like from our wide men and stuff like that? And I look at backwards passes, sideways passes, and forwards passes. So we can see that Leao is more thinking forward passing. To be fair to Gordon as well, that's really high as well. He's not far off there. But then Gakpo, 98 forward passes.
Yeah, but we know what that is. That is as soon as Gakpo gets the ball, he cuts inside and then he passes it, crosses it, or tries to shoot. Like his game is very predictable.
Okay, and then we look at the take-ons. So this is the one in it where he's 50%. So take-ons completed 53, 31, 38, 59, 68. We know Nico's the take-on, but even though he's done well there, it's still 39%, 50%, 44%. 59% for Cody Gakpo and 50% for Diaz. So you're right. If we could get a hybrid between the two players, we'd have the perfect player here.
Who is that person, though?
There isn't any in the world right now. Maybe.
I hate to say it.
Yeah.
And I'm not even being reactive because we're doing this now. I'm not even watching the game. I've been speaking about Shirky for a while. I don't think there's a reason why we couldn't have got Wirtz and Shirky, honestly.
Well, we did speak to him, but clearly whatever he said, we didn't like it.
Well, I think it was more a case of, I think Shirky was a player we looked at, but when we found out we could get Wirtz, I think we probably said to him, look, we're going to go Wirtz instead. Hence why he's moved on to City, which again, no, look, smart business by City and smart for Shirky to go there. I genuinely think we should have got both because it would have given us so much tactical fluidity. It would have been insane because Shirky can cover 10 in this and Mo.
Yeah.
And Wirtz can cover 10 and left wing as well. You're laughing. Think of a game where it's tight and you go, right, I'm going to take off maybe Jones or Szoboszlai and I'm going to throw on Shirky and then you got Wirtz, Shirky and Salah behind the striker. You're laughing. And you still got McAllister on the pitch. You're laughing. Whereas now you've moved from having Trent and Salah to being your main creators to it being Wirtz and Salah. And in January or for the AFCON, we're going to lose Salah. So we're going to be down to one creative player. And God willing, Wirtz don't pick up an injury. What happens again? Again, we're down to one creator. And I know the argument will be, what about the fullback areas? I get that. But I think it's a risk. And I genuinely do think we should have gone for both players. And I think we have the resources to do both signings.
What if is it confirmed that it's definitely done?
City, man. Yeah, I put the fries in the bag yesterday, bro. You go and see.
All right, fair enough. All right, then I'll leave it here with the ground jewels, right? So we look at the ground jewels, contested, one, and then the percentage. And Gakpo's, bro, he's actually high. To be fair, he doesn't really compete in many, but look how many Diaz does.
Yeah.
He's out here fighting with everyone every game, bro.
Always on smoke.
Yeah. Cody's
Diaz is Aaron the plumber. That's who Diaz is. Like,
mad.
Diaz is on smoke.
To be fair though, Gordon ain't too far off of Cody, and also you got Leo there, and then he's not on it. These men are the pretty ballers, the two on the side. They just Nico and their percentage in their ground jewels, but I just thought I'd have a look at it because we always get told like, yo, we need to go and get this brother, we need to go and get that brother. But when you look at them comparison wise, and I know it's only after one season, I'm sure you go back to the season before, Gordon's numbers would have probably been better than Lucho's numbers as well. But you know what I mean? As long as we're going to get a player that's going to be better than what we currently have, I don't see the reason of replacing it.
All right,
that's just my point of view. Of course.
Let's say Diaz is moved centrally and we go to Gakpo as the left winger.
Right.
If you could sign a player, I don't want to say too much really. No, you can't sign someone like Kvaratskhelia who just moved to PSG, even though he was the guy. Like, who would you try and go and get? That's kind of realistic, even though it might be pushing the boat out a little bit.
There's hardly anyone that's realistic right now.
All right, I'll throw some names out. Barcola.
He's a baller, bro. Yeah, God.
Okay. Rodrigo.
Yeah. Is he real? Is he though? I don't know. I know there's links.
I doubt he is. I'm gonna throw in a curveball here. Kevin Shade from Brentford.
Nah, we're right, man. He's good, but we're right.
All right, cool.
We ain't trying to do the reset thing, bro. I just want the friend count. Can we go and get?
I hear that. That's true. Adamola Luke.
Nah, too old, man. I'm with the other guys. You know when they say, "Nah, man's too old."
I'm trying to think who else is there. All right, not an inverted player. Kudus.
Yeah, Kudus all day, bro.
Okay, it's a tricky one. Because there aren't a lot of players better than Diaz. That's available. That's available.
Like Rafinha, he's not available. He's a better player. Like Lamine, you already know. Even though he plays on the other side, that's a better player. They're not available. Kvaratskhelia, we know. Dembele, isn't it? Like these men are not available, bro. So
Cava's the one, you know. Cava's the one.
That was the right price. That was the right price. The price was right.
Perfect.
We missed out. And that's when I'd have been like, all right, I can hear out now. I can hear out all of these selling these, man. I can hear it.
Oh, Malik Fofana. Shout out to
no. He's good. He's good, but he's still young, isn't it? Still young, still raw. Is he coming in to be like, yo, he shifts the needle for you? He doesn't come in and go, shift the needle now, we're going again. Do you know what I mean?
Does he have to though if we've got Gakpo?
Yeah, of course, bro. We need I wondered. Our problem was, and what Arne Slot when he didn't want to change the team much. I think he looked and gone. And I'm not gonna disrespect Gakpo and Diaz on this one. I think just as a team in general, he looked and gone. If I take this brother off, this brother off, this brother off, that brother off, they're not good enough. Yeah. That's why he didn't probably play them. He didn't look at them and go, right, when they come on, I'm going to keep the same level and the same standards. So if you go and get me a Fofana, he's going to be very good in the future. But you're like, yo, in the high pressure game, what are you coming on and doing, bro?
All right, wild curveball here. How long, or is it still too early for Rio to get a couple of games here?
No, 100%, man. Running, bro. I'd rather give him the game. I'd rather, No, if we're taking a gamble, give Rio the games.
Okay.
Give him the games, bro. Why not? What like we always hear, that players are too young, they're not ready. While we're watching all these other teenagers, bro.
I know
he just turned 20 the other day. He was a teenager winning the Champions League.
I know, but he's
a teenager.
What is Rio? Rio's only 16, isn't it?
16, 17, yeah.
Yeah, that's young.
One of them is just won Euros with that age, bro.
But your mouth was built in the lab in La Masia, bro.
Okay, I hear that, and I'm not going to disagree because he's my guy, yeah. But how did these guys get the opportunity? They got given the opportunity by playing. Because they got trusted and played, they either took to it or they didn't. But we don't know if he can take to it unless we give him the opportunity. All we're gonna do without knowing is, guy, he's not ready. Throw him in. Just throw him in, bro, and see what happens. Because I guarantee you, look, Arsenal, Lewis Skelly, they didn't know he was ready, threw him in. Wanyeri didn't know, threw him in. They, as a club, you kind of know, like, okay, he's ready for a few little minutes here or there. But when you throw them in, you're like, yo, okay, all right, I can see what you're about. But we don't do that, bro. We throw them in when it's unnecessary at times, bro. We throw them in all together in one and hope. We throw them in. We go, all right, you know what? League Cup game throwing all the youth man them. You're like, bro, come on.
You know what? You kind of sold me, you know, Enz. Because all right, this is the way I look at it. If Diaz moves centrally, or we sign a striker, Gakpo and Rio will be your quote unquote your left wingers. But let's say for whatever reason it's not working out for Rio or Gakpo gets injured, you can still move Diaz there. And you still have another forward there as well.
Instead of going to buy another teenager and giving him the opportunity, why not give the teenager we have the opportunity? What I would
say with that is, though, we need to then go and get someone who can play right wing as well. And that for me,
we know we need that.
I'll be honest, it looks like that's going to be Frimpong, and I'll be honest with you, bro.
Yeah, I
ain't feeling that.
Why, bro?
He's not a right winger, bro.
Nah, he plays wing back. We run it, man. We run it same.
There's a reason why certain players never played further forward, bro. Because you take their game away.
All right, we'll leave Diaz and Gakpo for a second. Let's go to this man. Like, how long we need to wait though? Because right now we're waiting, bro. We're just waiting here, scratching our heads, sitting there, refreshing our tweets. Just to see when
what is it at the moment? It's the
National League, yeah, Nation League. Sorry, yeah.
When does that finish?
I think the last game's on Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, it should be. We're now Thursday.
Yeah, next Wednesday.
I want to say Sunday. I'm guessing. I'm sure because it's the final next, isn't it? It's going to be Portugal, Spain.
We're either going to have Wirtz Wednesday or Florian Friday next week, in my opinion.
Because now he's out in it. Now he can really
soon come.
All right, fair enough. Because
it has to be, bro. Shirky's not going to come to Liverpool. We cannot fumble this now. We have to just pay we can't. Ends. I'll be real with you, bro. I'm done with football if we get Wirtz now. I'm done with it. I can't do this every summer, bro. Like, run me some players, bro. Like, can't get me some ballers, man. Can't do this every summer.
Do you know? I don't know if you caught any of the game yesterday, but yeah, the brother is cold still.
No, well, we all know this, bro.
Yeah, we know,
it's
bro.
Water wet, bro. Like,
yeah, he's on a different spectrum of footballer, bro.
It's him and Shirky. The fact that they're gonna both come to the Premier League, for the next 10 years, they could be the two dominant 10s in world football. Genuinely, they're both that good, and their ceilings are both that high. And they'll be battling against each other. Well, presuming City don't get relegated for all the stuff they're doing, but
I don't know. That's not going to happen, Cal, bro. They're still spending money out here like it's nothing, bro. They're good, man. Yeah, I don't know.
They're spending all this money because they know they get a transfer ban or something like that. But
because you know what, I realize with some of these things, yeah, they leave it so long that you end up forgetting.
Yeah.
You don't remember none of this is actually taking place until one day you go, hold on a minute, why are Man City getting those bans? You remember them 100 and whatever charges? And everyone's like, nah, I don't even remember it.
Crazy, isn't it?
Nah. What about the other? Maybe you saw Gerrard's comments about him. Did you see his little?
What did he say? What did Stevie say?
I'm only giving you the little snippet though. You ain't getting the full quotes though, bro. You ain't getting the full quotes. He said Liverpool is a place.
When I read a Gerrard quote, I hear one. I gotta just pay homage in that. You get me?
I'll turn that off. It says Liverpool is a place for him. Let's hope we can make it happen.
God. Bring him back, man. Put him in the coaching staff. Bring him back now.
Big up Asim, bro.
Bring him back now. Big up Asim as well. Bring him back now. Heitinger's gone. Gerrard, we need you, bro. We need you. If I live in a world and I see Gerrard on Liverpool's bench next to Slot, life's good.
What if though, Cal, that he comes in and takes?
Don't ruin it.
No,
bro.
but what if he comes in and takes a shine? The gaffer comes out, waves. They're like, and then Gerrard comes out, waves. They're like, but my ego couldn't deal with that if I was the gaffer. My
Yeah.
ego could not deal with that.
It is what it is, man.
I'm like, you're not the gaffer. Why they love you so much? I get you're a legend, but sit down on the bench, but you work with me.
Shall I be real with you, Ends? In my twisted mind, I see it as Gerrard comes in and just shadows Slot for about 3 years. And then Slot goes, I fancy a new challenge. And Gerrard goes, I'm here already. I'm ready. And we
Okay,
just go,
all right.
Here's the keys.
Can I ask you a question to do with that then?
And don't ruin it, bro.
No, I'm going to ask you a question, right? All right, so you're saying I'm with you. I'm down that alley. That sounds mad as well. Now I'm with you in terms of that thought process. Yeah, I'm with you on that thought process. Okay. Would you take missing out on the Premier League next season, but once he passes the baton to him, just on a mad one, he passes the baton to him the following season and he wins the Premier League? Would you accept that? Would you take that? Gerrard at their home wins it. Would you take skipping that next season for Gerrard to win it the following?
Because we just win the Champions League next season and then the following season.
All right, I see where you're going. No, I think I would not take missing that. Gerrard could wait his turn, bro. I want the Premier League every season. Every damn season we're gonna win it. I need it.
So I tell you why I'm a bit more relaxed about it now. It's because we've already matched United now, and bro, unless United have a miracle next season or this summer, they ain't winning it next season. So
no, wait, sorry, let me change this 1 second. Now, wait, John, talk about abort mission, pull the plug, and I beg Shirky forgiveness. Why did Shirky go and cook up? Is that why, John? Let me know.
Apparently, he cooked up the place.
He come on the pitch and I turned the TV off because we had more important things to do. Stream, bro. As long as Spain won, I didn't care.
Cooked up the place tonight.
We've been bamboozled, hoodwinked. No, I don't know if we've been bamboozled or hoodwinked.
We haven't been hoodwinked. What I will say, Wirtz is better. I don't know if Wirtz is £100 million better.
You said it. G said it. Savage has said this now. So there's 3 of you on the same page. Big up to John though. I love the super chat. Why do you think? You don't? No one says their price value in it. So I think it's based on maybe your age or value. What you've achieved.
When I say this, I'm not saying it from a place of I think Wirtz is overrated. I think Shirky's underrated, and I think I hate to say this, and I don't want to make it political. There are certain players who come from certain regions of the world or because they play with a certain swagger are, in my opinion, wrongly stereotyped.
Okay.
And I'm hearing things like bad attitude and lazy and stuff like that. I'm like,
yeah, I hear it.
Is there any proof of these things?
There isn't.
I'm like, so why are we saying all these things? Or he can't be that good because no one else came in for him. Who else came in for Salah when we bought Salah?
Yeah, no that's true.
Like, who else was in for Genie Wijnaldum when we bought Genie Wijnaldum?
No, Spurs was. That's where we stole him off of Spurs or someone on
Spurs.
No, I hear it.
Right, sorry, Spurs fans, but you know how the hierarchy goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I think people have gone too far. Like, again, Wirtz is better. I just don't know if he's £100 million better. So it's like almost like Isak and Alvarez. I think Isak's a better striker than Alvarez. He's not £50 million better than Alvarez, though. Do you know what I mean?
I know, but we don't get to choose the values, though, innit?
No, very true, very true. Let's just say if for whatever reason the Wirtz thing fell through, but Shirky was still available, I could live with it. If Wirtz falls through now and there's no Shirky available, it's dark.
John said, brother, he basically Nero got man of the match in 25 minutes. I turned it off after that. So that's why the game, because I'm sure it was like 5-1 when I turned it off.
Yeah.
What about, let's move on to Arne Slot though. What do we see happening next there in terms of the tactics? You've seen the type of players he's looking to get. You know, where do you see this team going from that point? Where do you see us moving forward?
All right, hear me out here because I know I'm going to get labeled a bit of a Debbie Downer.
Yeah, go on, bro.
Kerkez, Frimpong, and Wirtz over. excellent start to the window. Even if those are like Wirtz is in his own category when I say this, by the way, because I've wanted Wirtz at Liverpool since I can remember. I've just never thought it was ever going to be possible.
I showed you my team in it, Carl. I told you.
Yeah.
I showed you, bro.
I see that team, and if that comes through, bro, oh my goodness, you're going down in legendary status. I'm going to tell people at Anfield about you, bro.
I said you that. What was it? A couple of weeks back in there, I was like, bro, this is something I built myself.
Bro. Anyhow, Frimpong wouldn't have been my first choice at right back, but he's not a bad player. In fact, he's a very good footballer.
It's my choice. It wasn't yours.
Yeah, I know. And then Kerkez wouldn't have been my first choice left back, but a very good footballer as well. I have no complaints. Would I have wanted different profiles of players? Yeah, but again, I'm just a guy who chats in front of a camera and a microphone, innit? I got no pool like that. What I will say though, bro, DM, don't forget about DM, please, everyone. Like, don't forget about centre back, everyone, and don't forget about number 9. I keep on saying this. This Florian Wirtz deal is amazing, absolutely amazing. But not one Liverpool fan went into the summer saying that Florian Wirtz was a priority. Let that be the Florian Wirtz deal should be the icing and the cherry on the cake.
I'm with you.
Not the cake. Pause. Centre back is needed. DM is needed, and so is a striker. We need those to be done before the end of the window, or else we're going to sit here and go, we signed 3 fantastic players, but we haven't addressed the elephants in the room. And I love Gravenberch. I'm not even saying this is a Gravenberch is dead. How are we playing it? No, I'm saying go and get someone to rotate with Gravenberch. Go and get someone in so that in certain games you can go, all right, Grav, you're playing next to X player, but you're not playing the 6 he is. I want you to have a bit more freedom to roam. You're naturally a number 8. Go and show me you're at 8. Mac, all right, Grav's going to have a rest today. You're going to play next to him. Defensively, be switched on, but you've got him there. Go and do your thing. Oh, Soba, you're playing next to said DM. All right, go and do your thing. You can be box to box today. We know you like that. Go be box to box. Go and get me a high quality DM so that when we play certain teams, we can lock up shop properly. I love Bashetic. Bashetic's not the guy for me yet. Not yet. But that's my guy. Everyone knows that's my guy.
Yeah. No, go on. Sorry, go on.
Centre back. Go and get me someone who is better than Kwanzaa and Gomez right now and has the potential to rival Kanate in a year's time. Go and get someone. Go and find someone. I don't care who it is. Go and find someone. Preferably a left footer as well. Just
to add the balance in it. I like that. Just to add a little bit of balance. That as well.
Tactical fluidity, bro. Let's say certain games, Slot might look at it and go, you know what? We don't usually do this, but this team we're playing, they're susceptible to struggling against teams that play a back 3.
Right.
We've got left foot centre back, got Virgil in the middle, and Ibu on the right. We've got Frimpong who knows how to do wing back. We've got Kerkez who knows how to do wing back. I trust my centre midfielders to do enough work in the middle, and I've still got my front 3 or my front 1 and 2. If with Wirtz, you could play 1 with 2 strikers. And then number 9, I don't even need it to be Isak. I want it to be Isak. Just get me someone who's consistent in front of goal. I don't need flashy. I don't need Thierry Henry reincarnated. I just want someone who, when he gets the ball, I go, yes. We're good. We're good. And I'm not saying we're going to score 10 out of 10. No player does. But 7, 8 out of 10, yeah. I want to live in that world now where we start the game, and the PSG game, a prime example, bro. We start that game, we're absolutely killing them. I guarantee you, we get a goal in that first 10 minutes, could PSG capitulate?
Yeah, I think so as well. I actually think so.
We run riot. How many games have we seen this season like that? Where you go, either it's a game like that where you start well, but you don't score a goal, or you don't start well, but you get a chance, and then boom, you're in the lead. Aston Villa away. Jota gets that chance, could have put us, was it 2-0 up, I think it was at the time, and hits the corner flag pretty much. Go and get me someone who buries the ball in the back of the net. Go and get me someone that Wirtz looks at and goes, I'm going to break records because of my man. What, Salah, Gakpo, and him? I'm going to break records. What, 20? Henry got 20, yeah? All right, cool. Run me 30. I'm going for 30 this year because I've got these 3 killers in front. I need that. I want this, bro. I want that.
No, stop saying it because you know it's not going to happen. I think we can win the double next season, but I don't know about
that as well, bro.
No, but we're not going to do do you know how difficult it is to win all 4 of them?
Yeah, but we were 2 games away, bro. 2.
And then we got rid of one. We got rid of one of the culprits that cost us one of the games.
That's why, but it's not impossible. The quad is not impossible.
No, Kathy, why have you come in here and started beef with me and Cal, bro?
What did Kathy say?
Why are you in there causing beef with us? Why?
Kathy, no smoke, man. We're good.
When did we?
You know what? I will say this, Kathy, with all due respect. Liverpool don't always get it right. Sometimes we as content creators do say things that the club don't get right, and we would have got it right. Just saying. Liverpool get it right way more than us. Kathy, we're not whinging. I just want perfection. I want to win everything. Kathy, do you not want to win the quad? Do you not want to go to the parade next year? We got 4 trophies on the bus. Because I do.
Clearly not. Clearly not.
I just want to win, Kathy. I just want to win.
No, why you man started beef, man? But look, the Kerkez one we know pretty much going to be signed and sealed, and then we'll move on with that one, which is going to be good. I also see some guy on Twitter keeps tracking the flights, bro. I'm like, I don't have enough time. I don't know how man's even tracking flights these days. He's not even tracking normal flights. He's tracking private jets. I said, wait. He said, yeah, when it lands here, it's going from here to here. I don't have that time in the day, bro. I just don't have that time in the day. But yeah, I did see this video. Let's watch it.
Excited for Liverpool, Florian?
That's what I'm gonna say, bro. He said, yeah. He said he's ready, bro. All right, Cal. I know we don't have you for too much.
Florian!
Yeah, if he comes into this team, bro. Oh my days,
bro.
All right, listen, bro.
I just want to see him get the ball, shift, do a body feint, and just slide a pass through and just split the defense. I just want to see it, bro, because I just want to see everyone's reaction when it happens, and they just go. I want to see rivals go, oh damn, we got a problem, and I want to see his teammates go, oh word, we got him now. I just want to see it.
We looked at he's combative, he can pass, he can shoot left foot and right foot.
He got that dog in him. You see what he did to Bernardo as well. He got that dog in him, you know. He got that dog in him. I like it.
Pick him up, bro. Man said, get up, bro. You're rolling around on the floor.
Yeah, waste, got that dog in him, man.
All right, Cal. Let me get you to this part now. So, Cal, this is the part of the show where we ask you the 5 questions, bro. You can answer them as quickly or as slowly as you prefer. As I said, there's some triggering ones in here, but I'm sure you'll be fine. The first one, by the way, Matt, I asked Matt this one, so the guys have re-asked me to ask again. They've said to Matt, in his prime, yeah, what player would you compare yourself to? You can do past or present. I'll give you a second.
He said Robin. Didn't he say something silly like Robin?
Robin and someone else.
That's shameless as hell.
He's
one of the greatest right wingers of all time.
He said, so when he said in his prime, he said Daniel Sturridge and Robin. Those are the 2 guys. That's how the Christmas trees again. That's Sam, please, bro.
No, Matt is shameless, bro. I don't even know. Who would I say?
You could do past and present. In your prime, who would you compare yourself to? I never said Andy Carroll, you know.
No, I was never a striker. This is a tough one, Ends. Because who would I compare myself to? If I was, because all right, so I played either 6, 8, or 10.
Okay. All right. Sabo, yeah.
I would. Do you know what? Sobo's not a bad shout, but what I would say is I had better passing on Sobo, but not as good a shot. I think so. Yeah, I actually think Sobo is a decent because my shooting was never like. See how Sobo hits a ball and it just stays hit. I never had that capability. I could place a ball quite well, but I could never just whack a ball and you just hear it makes that noise through the air.
Yeah.
But my passing, with all due respect to Sobo, was way better. Like,
Sobo, no, you see it.
Yeah,
I didn't really mean it.
No, I got good passing. I got good passing.
So who would you say you compare yourself to then?
I'd probably go Szoboszlai.
Okay, all right.
I'd run all day for the team as well.
All right, some of the guys, some of these names they're throwing in there is Spearing,
Anguissa, you know.
All right, so this is the question: if you had a chance to manage the current Liverpool team, what would your starting 11 be? And you can add Kerkez and Wirtz to the team as well. And it's layered again. It said, and also out of you, Matt and Drifty, who would be sacked first, and who would win the Premier League?
Okay, I'll answer. So my starting 11 currently with the players that we've got, including Wirtz and Kerkez, he's going to throw a lot of people off, but I'll go Alisson in goal. I'm going Conor Bradley right back.
Okay.
Konate, Virgil, and Kerkez.
Okay.
Midfield, I'm going. Oh, this is tough now. It's kind of got to be Mac and Grav.
Okay.
Wirtz in the 10, obviously. Even though that midfield would worry me from a defensive standpoint, that's for me is the best three. Right Salah, left Gakpo, and Diaz through the middle.
Fairs. And then the other part was
who would win the Prem and who would get sacked first.
Who would be So who would win the Prem and who would be the first one to be sacked? Chat, I would love to know what you guys think as well. Who do you think out of Drifty and Cal would be sacked?
Are we talking about if we manage the current team, yeah?
Current team, yeah. Who would be sacked first?
If we manage the current team, I think Drift might get sacked first because I think he's got loyalties to players that I don't think he should be loyal to. Who would win the Prem? I'd probably go Matt, actually. I'd probably go Matt.
Bro, Cal. I'd
be so desperate for the quad, bro. I could end up driving the players insane, bro. I think I could end up pushing the players away because I'd be hammering home that I want the quad.
All right.
Remember when Kenny came back and he loved Liverpool too much that he couldn't see the wood through the forest?
Yeah.
I think I'd be like that. That's why I could never be a Liverpool owner or anything.
But you think like Pep's like that? He's meticulous and he wants to win every trophy. So wouldn't you say like, you'd win because you've been drilling the players to go like, we need success.
Maybe.
We have to get success.
Maybe. But I'd still go Matt. If I'm gonna be honest, I'll go Matt. But I think I'd have a very good chance.
Okay, fairs. What's your top 5 moments since making content on Kopish?
Wow. Interviewing Kenny for me might be number 1.
Yeah.
Like that was
surreal.
Yeah, crazy. I know it's cheating a little bit, but making some friends through Kopish like yourself and Jamie, Monts, like bumping to G and Jerry, and I'm speaking to them like we've just known each other for years. You know what I mean? Like, so that for me is up there. The first ever time I streamed by myself, I was nervous as anything.
You say in the green room, innit?
Nervous as anything, but I thought I've got to do this. I've got to throw myself in the deep end. So that was another one. Film with AFTV for the first time was a big one for me. And then interviewing Sander Westerveld. I
caught both there. I caught the that one and the Kenny one as well. Yeah, I don't think I caught it. I caught obviously because was it a recorded one? Because I watched Kenny, I didn't watch it. Yeah.
We were partnered up with a company called Fansbet at the time.
Okay.
They asked me to do the Kenny interview. So I did 3 in total, I think, with someone called Matthew Christ.
Okay.
And then the Sander Westerveld interview. So we interviewed him and we did that live. But for an hour after we finished, like usually guests, they dip off in it. We had Kirkland on, he dipped off quite quickly. We've had James Pearce. We've had some really nice people on. Like all cool, like all very cool people. Westerveld stayed with us after the interview for about an hour and 20 minutes. And I kid you not, that hour and 20 minutes was better than the interview. It's just half the things weren't allowed to be said.
Okay.
It was so insightful to hear his thoughts and processes and what he thought about certain managers that he wasn't allowed to say. And I'm not even just players and managers he's played with or played for, but others as well. That just having that moment with Westerveld, like, because he was the first goalkeeper I kind of looked at Liverpool and was like, oh, he's sick. Like James, I love James because he was the first goalkeeper I remember. But Westerveld was the first goalkeeper. I was like, oh, we've got a really good goalkeeper between the sticks. So that was a nice feeling.
Is that 5?
I think that was 4.
Yeah, you got one more.
I thought you were asking 5 questions, or is that?
I gave
5. Yeah, I gave 5.
Yeah, this one's crazy as well. They said, "Who's the worst cook out of you, Matt and Drifty? If you haven't seen them cook, take a guess."
The worst cook, I'd probably go Drift. I'm not even saying this.
You say that with such a straight face as well.
Yeah, no. Only because I don't think he cooks as much as me and Matt do. Like, I when it comes to cooking, with all due respect to Matt, I back myself to be the best cook out of us 3.
Should have a cook-off. That would be a great
We're
show to do.
We're actually planning to.
Gave away little traits. My bad.
No,
So you guys didn't hear it. You guys didn't hear that. Don't worry. You guys didn't hear
that.
Last question, Cal. Where do you see Team Kopish in the next 5 years?
Ooh. Only God knows the answer in terms of that. Where I'd like us to be, though, I'd love us to be sitting on at least 100K. I'd love us to have been in a position where we're able to bring our friends and other content creators that we like up with us as well. I do think we have a responsibility at Kopish as one of the bigger channels to try and help out as many other people as possible, because so many people have helped us out. I'd also like me, Matt, and Drift to have separate ventures as well as having Kopish as well, so that Kopish isn't the be all and end all. It will always be our baby. It will always be there. It will always be a staple. But like, obviously, Matt does the gaming on his channel and stuff. Drifty does other football. I do MMA. I'd love us to have those different things as well. And I'd love us to do more content with almost like more fun content, like the cookout stuff and stuff like that. So yeah,
I'll be jokes, bro. I promise you that as a video. Yeah, that's just gonna be pure laughs and pure banter.
Yeah.
All right. And I know we're gonna run, but we're gonna quickly run through. So last time, I can't remember the time you got, but I'll go back and watch it.
Yeah.
I've got something for you. This one's slightly different, but let me grab these 2 super chats and then I'll get them, because I know you've got to shoot over.
Yeah, no problem.
You can't help. It's Gaz. Hold on, let me move that out of the way. It's Gaz been a member for 93 months. Did he put that in his name? That's so crazy.
Yeah, big up Gaz.
Shout out to Cal's. Cal,
come
you
on,
and the beard, bro.
Come on.
Leaky,
my beard brother in that. Come on. Always come on. That's what we do out here.
What you putting in there? That castor oil in there? Is that what you're using?
Hey, I'm mixing oils, bro. No Diddy.
That sounded mental.
I'm mixing oils.
Like you mixing oils.
No Diddy though. No Diddy. I got peppermint.
The only man I hear about mixing oils is Diddy, bro.
I got everything. I got castor, coconut, shea butter, peppermint, rosemary, rosemary mint, batana. What else have I got in there? A little bit of olive oil.
Don't want to give away the secret. Don't give away the secret, man.
I'm gonna go. This really comes in. I might sell the product still.
Mine is growing as well, but I don't show mine.
No, this is what I'm saying, bro. I'm inspiring people across the world.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You can see it. I need to save it up still. It's looking a bit crazy right now. But I guess this part says I'm just here to say I love the pre-show check-in. Now we always do it, bro. Especially as it's Mental Health Month. Love as well, bro. Now we always do it, bro. We always spend the first couple of minutes just to check in. Normally I get the guys checked in as well, but we're just running for time. But I'm sure they're good. We're checking every day, to be fair. So The guys in the chat know I love as well, man, that we always show. David, big up to you as well. Guys, I want Jota sold, but I think he is a slot. He's in Slot's plans. I don't know if he has to stay. If he stays fit, maybe he's in his plans, bro. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm going to go a wild shout here. I don't think we sign a striker. I think Jota and Diaz are our strikers going into the new season. I
still think we'll keep Nunes, by the way, but hey. No, I'm joking. I didn't want to trigger you, man. But, you know, I looked here. I'm sure. No, he went up. I thought it was like 20 people did that. It's not but Diaz, but Nunes stayed here, bro. All right, cool. Let's get these. All right, let me get these quick. So, quick fire 20 questions, and then we'll head out of the building. If I can click on the damn place. Okay, there we go. So this is split between like Liverpool, it's split between YouTube content creation, and it's also movies as well. So 20 of them. Let's see how quick you can do it in. Tell me when you're ready, Ryan. I'll press play.
Let's go.
3, 2, 1. Prime Salah or Prime Henry?
Prime Henry.
Anfield night for New Camp comeback.
New Camp comeback.
Ronaldinho or Zidane?
Oh. Ronnie.
Gerard slip never happened, or Istanbul never happened?
Gerard slip never happens.
Klopp 2019-2020 team or the 2005 Champions League team?
Oh, Klopp's team.
Nunes will never come good, or sell him now?
Sell him now.
Playing Zidane's Real Madrid or Ronaldinho's Barcelona?
Which would I rather play against?
Yeah. Playing that team.
Oh, Ronaldinho's Barcelona.
Florian Wirtz or Bellingham in your midfield?
Florian.
Team Kopish or Big Six Bands? That's
it's Team Kopish. I love Big Six Bands, but it's Team Kopish all day.
Callum from Kopish versus Grizz in a debate. Who's gonna win?
I back myself. Love Grizz as well, though, but I back myself.
YouTube watch-alongs or live pre-match reaction or post-match reaction, sorry.
Post-match reaction.
have Drifty host a FIFA tournament or Matt do stand-up for a week?
Matt do stand-up for a week. Want to see him under that pressure.
Team Kopish collab with either Klopp or Ronaldinho?
Klopp.
Okay, never miss a Big Six Bands episode or never miss a Liverpool match?
I love the boys a bit, but I can't miss Liverpool matches.
All right, movie. Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Inception or Interstellar?
Inception.
Scarface or The Godfather?
Oh, Scarface.
Jamie Foxx or Denzel Washington?
Ends, bruv. All right, strictly movies, Denzel.
This one's easy. All or Nothing or Take Us Home, Leeds United. I've never watched that one.
I've not watched either. Oh no, All or Nothing is the Arsenal one, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think
that one. That was comedy.
Watch a full movie with Roy Keane or do a reaction video with Gary Neville.
Full movie with Roy Keane.
All right, 2 minutes 33 seconds, bro.
Yeah.
To be fair, some of them were difficult, man.
Bro, that Ronaldinho is a damn. But there's Istanbul. That's thrown me, you know.
Did you pick Gerard slipping, by the way?
Say again?
Did you pick Gerard slipping, by the way?
Yeah, I changed that. I know. I'm toxic, bro. I told you when it comes to Gerard, I'm toxic, bro. Gerard lifting the Premier League trophy, bro. Oh man, I don't cry at football. That might have made me shed a tear.
Cal said Ronaldinho ain't him anyways, so of course that.
Oh, savage! Don't do. No one that you see that right there. That's my worst moment as a content creator saying that phrase. I don't think Ronaldinho is elite because that's the one phrase I've never lived down in my life. Yeah,
because even it's imprinted in my brain. I've never forgotten that.
I've had people walk up to me and be like, "Nice to meet you, Cal." But that Ronaldinho it was crazy, bro.
Ronaldinho, Cal. I used to run home so I didn't miss because I knew he was going to invent a new skill. I knew like he was going to flick the ball up, control on his chest, flick it over. I knew the goalkeeper kicked it, but Victor Valdes kicked it out to the halfway. He controlled it on his back.
Yeah.
Skip past 2 men and put it in the top bins.
Yeah, I know. We're on 8 p.m. on a Saturday, La Liga and Sky Sports. I know.
All right, Cal, man, I hear it, bro. Sometimes you just can't please everyone.
But even Zidane's my guy.
All right, listen, Cal, appreciate you. Thanks for spending the extra 10 minutes with us as well, man. Guys, listen, the party doesn't stop here. Guess what? Next, we've got the Bayesian lot on as well, but it's at a later time. It's at 12 o'clock. These man don't want me to sleep tonight. We've got the Bayesian Reds TV. We're going to have Crab, should have Pops, we should have Barnes as well. And maybe... No, I'm not going to say his name because Savage is in the chat. And Savage calls him a certain thing, so I'm not going to add him in.
Are you talking about Kilo?
No. Yeah, Kilo, but he calls him.
Is he a different name?
No, that says Bayesian Angel, isn't it?
That's crazy.
Think of the first thing that comes to your head when you hear Bayesian Angel.
Yeah.
An English thing that comes to your head.
It's crazy. That's crazy works.
Man said Diddy party, you know. Can't stop both. But Kyle, before you head out, man, have you guys got anything coming up on Kopish today, tomorrow, or on your channel?
No. Oh, so straight after this, I'm with Jamie Phillips on his channel on Big Up. Tomorrow, Hassam and Tom are on Kopish. We'll probably release another show on Saturday, maybe one on Sunday as well. And then on early hours of Sunday morning, so Saturday night, I'll be on the Sanderson show doing UFC 316. So busy weekend, man.
It's about Cal tonight, boy. It's Gaz's humble image of Cal mixing oil. Nah, that's bad. I ain't reading that. Cal, can you just read that because it's for you?
That's the horrible image of Cal mixing oils in the bathroom, just as the diddler singing Packs and Potions by Hazy. Oh, God, it's crazy.
I don't want that image in my head at all. And you know, it's crazy because human mind works and the brain works in a certain way. If I told you don't picture an elephant, the first thing you're doing is picturing an elephant. So when he said picturing Cal, all I saw is standing with a big spoon.
Just like with a toothpick and a sunglass. Can't stop. Won't stop. We don't even know how to stop.
Mixing oils, bro. No, I've had enough. Listen, guys, you're going to be big up for all the super chats, by the way. Love for the mods as well. Keeping the likes going as well, man. Big up to each and every one of you guys taking part in the chat. You're going to be redirected straight to the next stream. I think it's about an hour's time, I want to say. So I'm going to go and get hydrated, drink some more Lucozade, get the electrolytes in, and then I've got the rest of the Bayesian crew as well. So come and join us then. Cal, love for the love as always, bro. We've had part 2. We're going to try and get part 3.
Yeah, bro.
I'm going to try and get Drifty for part 2 and Matt for part 1. I want you guys to, I'm going to put a poll up and see which one. I'm sorry, Cal, but I'm going to have to ask the people which one what episode did they love? Did they love the Cal's episode, the Drifty episode, or the Matt's episode?
I reckon I know what the answer is going to be. I'll WhatsApp you the answer and I'll see if I'm right.
All right, I'm gonna throw that in the I'm gonna throw that in the poll in my community tab. So you guys look out for that one because that will be interesting. See what you guys think. Don't be harsh though, because you guys like to leave some crazy messages as well. Right. Big up, people. Peace out.
Big up, bro.